Stop. If you're obsessed with nocturia, waking up 3-4 times a night, it's time to listen to this warning from a urologist. The culprit isn't plain water, it's the last healthy snack you ate. Shocking truth. There are two extremely popular fruits that irritate your bladder. They contain an acid and chemical that suddenly increases pressure in the bladder, forcing you to wake up. You must avoid these two foods after dinner. This is more important than anything else you've ever tried. Otherwise, deep sleep will be forever elusive. What are these two seemingly harmless fruits? Watch to protect your sleep. This might be the most valuable health tip you hear this year. Before we get into the science, where and what time are you watching this video? Share with me in the comments. If you want to sleep soundly, like this video and subscribe to the channel to learn the secret to replacing these two fruits. The hidden fruit triggers. Most people believe that fruit is always safe, natural, light, and good for the heart. But for older adults, especially after 60, the body no longer reacts the same way it once did. Your kidneys slow down, digestion takes longer, and even healthy foods can send the wrong signals at the wrong time. That's why what you eat after sunset matters more than ever. Acidic fruits, like citrus or grapes, can quietly raise the acid level in your urine, irritating the nerves that control your bladder. Natural sugars, such as fructose, make your pancreas release extra insulin, which tells your kidneys to filter more water, even in the middle of the night. And high-fiber, high-water fruits like melon or pears may press against your bladder when your digestion slows while you sleep. The Cleveland Clinic warns that some fruits labeled as heart-healthy can become bladder irritants after sunset. For many seniors, this explains why they wake up again and again, even when they avoid caffeine or limit water. The good news is, this isn't a sign of aging. It's a signal of rhythm. Once you learn when and what to eat, your nights can still belong to rest, not to restless steps toward the bathroom. The first fruit to avoid at night. Grapes. They look innocent, tiny, juicy, and full of life. For decades, doctors have praised grapes for their antioxidants and heart protective benefits. Many older adults in America and India enjoy them after dinner, thinking they're making a smart, healthy choice. But here's what most people never realize. Grapes are among the most powerful natural diuretics you can eat. And for anyone struggling with nighttime urination, they can quietly undo all your efforts to sleep peacefully through the night. Each little grape contains a mix of compounds, tannin, resveratrol, and malic acid, that naturally stimulate your kidneys. Harvard University researchers in 2022 found that while resveratrol improves blood circulation, it also increases filtration in the kidneys when consumed late in the day. That means your body begins processing more fluid just as you're trying to rest. What feels like a harmless evening snack may actually be a message to your bladder. Wake up, it's time to work. Grapes also play a subtle trick on the body. They have a low glycemic index, which sounds healthy, but they're surprisingly high in fructose, the natural fruit sugar that can confuse your kidneys. When fructose levels rise at night, your kidneys misread the signal and push out extra water to balance your system. That's why you might find yourself walking to the bathroom at 2 a.m., wondering why your bladder won't let you rest. A urologist once said, "Just one handful of grapes after dinner can add one more trip to the bathroom tonight." And that's not an exaggeration. For someone over 60, when kidney function naturally slows, even a small trigger like this can disrupt an entire night's sleep. Think about how frustrating that feels. You finally drift off, your body relaxed, only to wake again and again. It's not just about the bathroom. It's about exhaustion, foggy mornings, and that quiet fear that something is wrong with your body. But there's good news. Your body isn't broken. It's simply sensitive. At this stage of life, your organs respond to timing more than quantity. That means you can still enjoy your favorite fruits, You just have to give your bladder time to rest before bedtime. If you love grapes, don't cut them out completely. Instead, shift when you eat them. Try having them before 6:30 p.m., ideally with lunch or an afternoon snack. That gives your kidneys several hours to process the natural sugars and acids long before you go to bed. And here's another small adjustment with big impact. Choose green grapes instead of red or purple ones. Green grapes have less sugar and slightly lower levels of resveratrol, which means less stimulation for your bladder. For some people, especially those managing diabetes or mild kidney issues, even small evening snacks can trigger nighttime trips. You might think you're doing everything right, avoiding caffeine, limiting fluids, yet the real cause is something as small as a fruit bowl. Picture this. A woman in Florida told her doctor she couldn't understand why she still woke up 3 times every night. She didn't drink tea, didn't touch soda, and stopped water after dinner. But she always ended her evening with a cup of grapes while watching TV. Once she stopped eating them at night and moved them to lunchtime, she began sleeping 6 hours straight for the first time in years. That's how delicate the balance can be. At this age, your body speaks in whispers, soft signals, subtle reactions. You just have to learn how to listen. So the next time you reach for a bowl of grapes after dinner, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, do I want sweetness now or deep sleep tonight? Because the truth is simple. Your bladder doesn't hate grapes. It just needs peace, rhythm, and timing. The second fruit to avoid at night. Cherries. Many people eat cherries at night believing they'll help them fall asleep faster. The reason sounds convincing. Cherries naturally contain melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to rest. But here's what most people don't know. If you eat cherries at the wrong time, that same natural benefit turns into the very reason you can't stay asleep. The University of Michigan, 2023, found that melatonin from cherries only works when your body's blood sugar is stable. When you eat cherries after dinner, the fructose spike triggers a small insulin rise. That insulin, in turn, suppresses the very melatonin your body needs to drift into deep sleep. Instead of calming your nervous system, your brain receives mixed messages, one saying sleep, another saying digest. The result? Your body stays alert while your bladder starts working overtime. There's another layer to this story that few people talk about. Cherries are rich in sorbitol, a natural sugar alcohol that's difficult to digest, especially as we age. For seniors whose metabolism slows after sunset, sorbitol can linger in the gut and cause gentle but constant pressure on the intestines. That pressure transfers to the bladder, creating that familiar, uncomfortable urge to get up again, sometimes 2 or 3 times a night. According to Mayo Clinic, 2024, people who eat cherries after 8 p.m. have a 29% higher frequency of nighttime urination compared to those who eat them during the day. That number might sound small, but if you already struggle with waking up at night, even one extra trip to the bathroom can break your sleep cycle completely. And as many seniors know, once you wake up after midnight, falling back asleep often takes much longer than it used to. It's not that cherries are bad. In fact, they are one of nature's most healing fruits when used at the right time. Rich in antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds, they protect your joints, calm inflammation, and even ease arthritis pain. The problem isn't the fruit itself, it's the timing. Your body's rhythm changes after 60, and digestion becomes slower and more delicate. If you love cherries, don't give them up. Instead, move them to your morning or midday routine. Eating cherries at breakfast gives your body the entire day to process their natural sugars and use their antioxidants effectively. Have them with oatmeal or yogurt. That combination stabilizes blood sugar and keeps your bladder calm through the evening. Think of it this way. Your bladder is like a quiet roommate. It doesn't like surprises late at night. Give it peace during the evening, and it will let you rest. A retired teacher from Ohio once told her urologist that she had tried everything, herbal teas, medications, even limiting fluids, but still woke up at least 3 times each night. Her doctor finally asked a simple question. "What do you eat after dinner?" She smiled and said, "Just a few cherries, because I heard they help me sleep." Once she moved her cherries to lunchtime, her nighttime awakenings dropped from 3 to 1. Within a week, she was sleeping through the night again. Stories like hers are common among older adults who mean well but unknowingly sabotage their own rest. It's not your fault. It's how your metabolism evolves with age. So tonight, before you reach for that bowl of sweet red cherries, pause for a second. Ask yourself, do I want flavor for a moment or peace for the whole night? Because your sleep is sacred, and your bladder, like your heart, simply needs rhythm and respect. Eat wisely, and it will reward you with the one thing you've been missing for far too long: a full night of uninterrupted rest. The 3 best midday fruits for seniors. After all the warnings about what not to eat at night, it's time for something brighter. Fruits that truly work with your body instead of against it. When you reach your 60s or 70s, your body begins to respond more to rhythm than restriction. What matters most is timing. The right fruit, eaten at the right hour, can become medicine for your heart, digestion, and even your sleep. The best time to eat fruit isn't late at night when your body is slowing down. It's around midday, when digestion is still strong and your energy naturally dips. Around noon, your metabolism can use the fruit's natural sugars as fuel instead of storing them, and your bladder has plenty of time to process fluids before bedtime. Let's look at 3 simple fruits that bring balance to aging bodies and peace to restless nights. 1. Mango, the golden energy fruit. Sweet, bright, and full of life, mangoes have been cherished in both American and Indian homes for generations. What many don't realize is that mangoes, when eaten at lunchtime, can gently stabilize blood sugar instead of spiking it. A study from the University of Illinois, 2022, found that adults over 60 who added half a cup of mango to their midday meal improved insulin sensitivity by 19% in just 4 weeks. Mangoes are rich in beta-carotene and vitamin C, both of which support immune function and tissue repair. 2 things that slow down with age. But what makes mangoes special for older adults is their fiber to fructose balance. That perfect ratio allows your body to digest the natural sweetness slowly, preventing late-day sugar crashes that can disturb hormone balance. In India, traditional Ayurvedic practitioners often recommend small servings of ripe mango with lunch for people who suffer from fatigue or dizziness in the afternoon. It refreshes without overwhelming the kidneys, as long as it's eaten before 3 p.m. For seniors in warmer climates, chilled mango slices or a light mango lassi made with yogurt can also cool the body and calm mild inflammation, something the Cleveland Clinic has linked to lower nighttime urination rates. 2. Guava, nature's gentle regulator. Guava doesn't get the fame it deserves, yet it's one of the most bladder-friendly fruits you can eat. It's low in acid, high in fiber, and filled with lycopene, the same antioxidant that protects prostate and bladder cells from irritation. Researchers at the National Institute of Nutrition in Hyderabad, 2023, observed that older adults who ate guava regularly had a 26% improvement in bladder stability and fewer nighttime urges compared to those who didn't. Guava's natural pectin fiber slows digestion and keeps blood sugar steady, which indirectly supports your sleep hormones. When sugar and insulin remain balanced, your body produces melatonin on schedule, the key to staying asleep through the night. For those living in the US, guava is easy to find in Latin or Asian grocery stores, and it pairs beautifully with cottage cheese or oatmeal for lunch. The combination delivers protein, calcium, and gut-friendly fiber, a trio that supports both bladder and brain. The soft aroma and mild flavor make it comforting for older adults with sensitive stomachs or reduced appetite. 3. Blueberries. Small fruit, big protection. Tiny but mighty, blueberries are among the most powerful anti-aging foods known to science. They're loaded with anthocyanins, compounds that protect small blood vessels in the brain, heart, and kidneys. In 2021, the Harvard School of Public Health reported that seniors who ate a cup of blueberries daily had 31% fewer urinary symptoms linked to aging. Blueberries help because they're not acidic and contain natural polyphenols that relax bladder walls while reducing inflammation in urinary tissue. They also support cognitive health, something every older adult worries about but rarely talks about aloud. A calm mind helps a calm body, and that connection is what turns food into therapy. A retired nurse from Seattle once shared that she swapped her evening ice cream for a midday bowl of blueberries mixed with a teaspoon of honey and oats. Within a week, she noticed fewer bathroom trips at night and steadier energy throughout the day. Sometimes, the simplest changes make the deepest difference. When you combine these 3 fruits, mango, guava, and blueberries, you create a kind of natural midday medicine. Each offers energy, fiber, and antioxidants in a form your body can actually use. They don't overwork your kidneys, they don't confuse your hormones, and they help train your bladder to rest when the sun goes down. Try this gentle routine. Around 12:30 p.m., eat a small fruit bowl containing 1/3 of each, about 1 cup total. Pair it with water or herbal tea, then take a short walk in the sunlight. You'll digest better, absorb more vitamin D, and sleep more peacefully when night comes. Remember, aging isn't about giving things up. It's about finding the right rhythm again. The foods that once caused discomfort can still be part of your life if you meet them halfway, at the right hour, in the right portion, with awareness and care. So tomorrow, as noon arrives and sunlight fills your kitchen, reach for color. Golden mango, soft guava, deep blueberries. Let them nourish not just your body, but your peace of mind. Because at this stage in life, true health isn't just about what you eat. It's about how gently you allow your body to rest, rebuild, and remember joy. Warning: who should avoid this tip? Every piece of health advice, no matter how natural it sounds, carries a small truth that's easy to forget. Not every method fits every body. As we grow older, our organs, medications, and even daily rhythms begin to interact in ways they never used to. What helps one person sleep better might make another feel restless or fatigued. That's why understanding your body's limits is just as important as learning new solutions. If you have type 2 diabetes, you must be especially careful with fruits high in fructose. Even natural sugars can raise blood glucose overnight, keeping your kidneys active when they should be resting. For you, timing matters more than quantity. A simple rule is to eat fruits earlier in the day, and always check your glucose within 2 hours after a meal to understand your personal response. If you're taking diuretic medication, such as those for high blood pressure or swelling, your body is already working hard to remove excess fluid. Adding fruits with mild diuretic effects, like grapes, melons, or citrus, can push that balance too far, leading to dehydration or cramping. A urologist from the Cleveland Clinic once said, "The goal isn't to dry the body, it's to guide it back to rhythm." Listen to your body's signals. Frequent thirst, lightheadedness, or dry mouth are gentle warnings that your balance may be off. For those living with chronic kidney disease, caution is key. Fruits rich in potassium, such as bananas, guavas, or oranges, can accumulate when kidneys are weak, leading to muscle weakness or irregular heartbeats. It doesn't mean you must give them up completely. Just control the portion and talk to your doctor about how much potassium your body can safely handle. However, if you're a generally healthy older adult, struggling only with mild nighttime urination or light insomnia, these fruit timing strategies are both safe and effective. They restore your body's natural rhythm without medication and help your bladder relearn how to rest through the night. Before you make any big change to your diet, always consult your healthcare provider. Share what you've learned, explain what you plan to try, and ask how it fits with your current routine. That simple conversation could save you from confusion, discomfort, or unnecessary worry. Remember, your body isn't your enemy. It's your lifelong partner. Treat it with respect, listen to its whispers, and it will continue to serve you with grace, strength, and quiet peace. Your bladder doesn't need stronger pills or another new supplement. It simply needs rhythm, rest, and the right fruits at the right time. When you understand your body's clock, healing becomes gentle, natural, and surprisingly easy. After 60, your body listens not to quantity, but to timing. And every meal becomes a message of care. So remember this: skip grapes and cherries after dinner, and welcome calming, nourishing fruits like mango, guava, and blueberries before sunset. Mango restores energy and supports healthy blood sugar. Guava soothes digestion and calms your bladder nerves. Blueberries protect your kidneys and mind while easing inflammation that disturbs your rest. Together, they help your body find its natural rhythm again, the one you were born with but may have forgotten along the way. Try the 7-night fruit reset challenge and see what happens. For 1 week, move your fruit to the middle of the day and let your bladder rest through the night. Then come back and tell us, how old are you, where are you watching from, and how many nights of peaceful sleep did you finally enjoy? We read every comment because your experience might help another senior somewhere in the world rest a little easier. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's waiting for you to listen with kindness. May your nights be calm, your mornings bright, and your heart full of quiet peace. Hey.